Good evening. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Bite Size. Now, let's do a quick audio and visual check. Gary, where's Gary? Let me know. Are we looking good or are we looking bad? I've got to turn this thing down a fraction. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. But let me know, guys, in the comments if you can see and hear me. So, if you're new to this, this is our Bite Size, a live stream and podcast on a Monday at 7 o'clock, where we're going to be talking running shoes, running gear. Well, actually, anything really. I don't really care what we talk about on here. It's entirely up to you. And then this is sort of little brother or show versus the long run show, which my hat is very well doing a very good job of advertising. That's on a Friday. It's also a live stream and podcast at 7 o'clock. Now, how's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments. So we record this podcast live. The guys get into the chat and comments and we chat about stuff. So load me up, whatever you want to know about. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping front end. I'll give you some updates on where we're at. And even Chris, pictures 11 out of 10 tonight. We are getting better. But I've got some bad news, Mark. Well, it could be bad news. Virgin Media are coming tomorrow. Now, this is either going to make or break us, right? They've told me that they're gonna transform the world. So let's see on Friday. It's either going to be a disaster or it's going to be awesome. So tune in next week and find out. Right. So bit of housekeeping first, the front end. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in live. The good news this week is the guys in the US are still on their time, so I get in after Kafuzi, so I don't end up interrupting his live stream, which is good news. But I've got to give a shout out straight out the back because it's literally just dropped. Go over to Believe in the Run. If you don't know that YouTube channel, you've got to check it out. Them and Kafuzi are the go-to, I would say, shoe reviewers out of the US. So check those two channels out. But Believe in the Run, bless them. Watch their Propel, New Balance Propel version 4. We'll come on to that shoe in a bit. Watch their first thoughts all the way to the end. Not saying anything other than that. Just watch their video all the way to the end. It's just on their YouTube channel now. So that's Believe in the Run. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. What else? Oh, this week, heads up, we're cutting it back a little bit on some of the vids. We tend to do a video, let's say for argument's sake, every day. That's not something that I plan to do because it's mentally exhausting, believe it or not, to keep pushing out. And I don't ever want to diminish the quality over the quantity. And yeah, even though the quality is never very good anyway, but I never want to get into that situation. So if I feel like I need to take a step back and do a little bit less in terms of content, then I will, and then we might go up again. So it's a nice break this week. Couple of weeks, probably a couple of weeks, where some of the, and I think I alluded to it in another video we did. It's like a period where we had sort of a lot of shoes that we were doing more mileage in because there was less new shoes in. Does that make any sense? So that's where we're at this week. So there's still loads coming out. We've got an update on the Hyperion Tempo Max. I can't remember what else. Oh, we've got, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, at the end of the week, I'm going to put out the Reebok Energy Float Ride 5 first impressions. I should get enough miles in them and get that out at the end of the week. Just an update on shoes. We've got shoes coming in and shoes going out and shoes going there, just everywhere. So we've got ASICS Evo Ride Speed. We've got Hoka Rocket X2, which I hope will be delivered tomorrow morning. And I can then get out and run in them tomorrow. I'm not going to put first impressions out because I've got 5 miles and then 6 miles in the evening, but I'll probably I may even cut that down. But either way, I won't do a first impressions. I want to get, at least 20 miles in them to see what they're all about. And I need to stick to the roads because I don't want to smash them up like I did with the poor old Vaporfly. So that's coming. Hopefully we'll do something with them. Like I said, we've got the Evo Ride Speed. We've got an Ultra Olympus as well. I think that's the shoes. Maybe if I've missed any out. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we've got. Hopefully you saw the video on my video. Obviously, as I said, check out the Believe in the Run video. For the guys on the podcast, I'm holding up the Propel version 4. I think this is a very exciting shoe, people. I've got to put more miles in it. So let's see where we go. But this is a lot of fun. And the price point is absolutely right. Someone commented on my video, £109 they've already seen it for. So let's see what happens in terms of durability. But what they've done with it in terms of they've got the new foam in here from the SC trainer. You've got a TPU plate in there. They've increased the stack, and it's just, yeah, it's just cool. It really is. Again, the price point as well. TPU plate in there, £120 in the New Balance website. But as I said, someone got it for £109 already. So check that out. Hang on. Sandra, I'm coming into the questions and say, what is the site we go to for discount shoes? Go to startfitness.co.uk and use the code FORDYRUNS and you'll get 10% off. I don't get paid anything from that, but you can use that. Right, so let's get into the chats and stuff like that. I'm interested to hear your opinions on the Propel 4. If you've seen my video or Believe in the Runs video, check that out. Thanks to everybody who's already commented. I love it. Stick your questions, stick your comments in, and let's get into it. Okay, so Seamus. Evening, Chris. Enjoyed your gel story with Simon. Thank you very much. Yep, I thought that was a worthwhile video put out. If you've not seen that, we did a 20-mile run home, but we was playing around with our fueling strategies, which I think we've pretty much nailed, I would say. That was a few weeks ago, and we're feeling good about that. So we've got another 20-miler coming up this weekend, so let's see what happens there. Robert Hallam. Evening, Robert. Feeling broken physically and mentally. Oh, that's not good, Robert. We don't like to hear about either of those, actually. I've seen a physio and not running for a week. Robert, have you seen an osteo? Just put it out there. I tend to find them better than physios. Not that I'm dishing dirt on physios, but I always seem to find osteos work better for me. He's advised to drop Manchester. Okay. Is London more realistic with the extra week? It's entirely up to you, Robert. See how you feel. Give it this week. See how you feel. But maybe go and see an osteo. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I always tend to get put back together by my osteo. She usually sticks like needles in me and it tapes me up and sends me on my way. It tends to work. Right, here we go. Evening, Tarn. Apologies if I said that wrong. I'm running Endure 24 trail loop, but do most of my running on road. Can I get away with road shoes? I've not done Endure 24, but I think you could probably get away with some road shoes if the conditions are fair. The Mizuno Wave Inspire 19 has got, it's almost like got lugs on it, for example. So there's plenty of good road shoes out there with plenty of tread on the bottom. Anything from Puma, for example, they've got great outsoles on them. Look, watch my video. I think it's literally called outsoles, but check that video out. I rate all the outsoles. Well, not all of them, but most of them. I deliberately left Hoka off. Evening, Gary. Evening, Caro. Evening, Sandra. Evening, Mark. There's Mark's comment. Yeah, and a bit more love for that 20-mile long run. Thank you very much. Evening, guys. Yeah, okay, this is amazing. You've seen the video. Okay, I won't spoil it for the others, but definitely check that cheeky little video out. And again, mad love to those guys. Right, here we go. Clifford. What's Clifford got? Added a brace of Skechers to my rotation recently. Yeah, you know what? The amount of people that are coming up to me and saying, "Fordy, I've got the Skechers Max Road 5s for like 60 quid, 70 quid," and they're loving them. Absolutely loving them. They're such a good shoe. And it seems like over here in the UK, I don't know where you are in the world. Maybe let me know in the comments. Oh, everybody in the comments, if you're watching this live, you have to give this video a thumbs up. I watched a live stream the other day, and the geezer who was doing it said to everybody, "You've got to all smash this like button." So you've got to do that. Okay. I don't know what difference it makes. Probably none. So off you crack. Anyway, yeah, so there seems to be like I don't know if it's like a ship has arrived in Tilbury and it just boxes of Max Road 5s just came off of it because there seems to be loads everywhere. So if you shop about right now, you can get the Max Road 5. And it is, I still think it's one of the best running shoes. Not ever's a bit strong, but honestly, it's such a phenomenal shoe. People question the durability of it and stuff, but I mean, Simon's did like, I think it was 350 miles or something stupid in them. But they're absolutely fine. And I mean, he's had 3 pairs of them. So yeah, the Max Road 5 is a really good shoe. The Razor XS is a good shoe. I'm a big fan of the Razor, the number 4, that as a tempo shoe. That's just a lot of fun. That really is a lot of fun. But again, I appreciate they're not really available. Obviously, Speed Beast is just, well, it's just a beast. But again, appreciate for us guys and girls in the UK, it's not Readily available. Here we go. Mark, I wore the Rebellion Pro yesterday at Twin Lake 20. I loved that. Felt like Alpha Fly. Hasn't done it's ruined them by the sounds of things. Yeah, you know, the Wave Rebellion Pro's got a lot of love. A lot of love. I might be wrong, but I do believe they've sold out in the UK. In terms of all in terms of the Mizuno guys. But I'm not 100% on that. I think you can still pick that up from people like Start Fitness. But the Wave Rebellion Pro has been a real hit, and I can understand why. I think I said it in my video. It's that sort of shoe feeling wise that sits between the Alpha Fly and the Vapor Fly. Um, it's just it's quite aggressive. It feels weird, but when you get on it, it's kind of nice. But like I've said a million times with the Wave Rebellion Pro, you've got to watch your sizing. You've really, really got to watch your sizing on that shoe. If you can get into a running store that holds them, try them on. If you can't, then order two sizes and send one back. Although I know you're shelling out quite a bit of dollar there, but you've really got to watch your sizing on that shoe. Robert, loved Kafuzi's video on the Puma Forever Run shoe. I've not actually had a chance to watch that. I will, because as I say, I'm a big subscriber, follower, lover, stalker, weirdo when it comes to Kafuzi. And I will watch that afterwards. So let me know exactly what he's saying. But the Puma Forever Run is as I said, it's a mild stability shoe. They've had a go at stability or guidance, let's call it. It is a great shoe. It's bloody noisy when you're running along the pavements. It's really slappy and horrible, but it is very comfortable. It's very easy to run in, and it does the basics well. So if you're looking for a shoe with a little bit of mild stability, I don't think it's as quick as the Tempest in terms of feeling, but the shoe is good fun. But probably, yeah, not up there with the Tempest. I think the Tempest just edges it small. But if you suffer, like I think I even said it in the video, if you suffer with the arch that's in the Saucony Tempest, then the Puma is a good shout. But yeah, it's a great recovery shoe. The Puma Forever Run. It's just one of those shoes, like like the Nimbus 25. You can just stick on and go and run. You don't have to think about it. But it is really, really noisy. Here we go. Andrew, all right, Fordy, hope you are well. I am well, thank you very much. We've got a very, very busy week ahead of us. Hopefully some good things are going to come out of this week. Let's see where we go with that. We've got a big week in terms of mileage this week. I'm at peak mileage these next 2 weeks, so let's see how we go with that. What shoe would you pick for the everyday? There you go. Early call there. Look, I'm holding up the Propel version 4. It's a sort of daily trainer with a little bit of tempo work you can do in it. It's a bold call, I know, with limited miles, but £100, or you could just go and pick up. How about this? Now, I was going to say the Deviate Nitro Elite, but then I think for everyday use is a bit strong. Yeah, so maybe have a look at the Propel version 4. It's 100. I say someone said to me they got it for £109. So I don't know where they got that from, but that's good shout. All right, where else? Evening, Penny, evening. Okay, I always get this name wrong. Two Sheds Glen. Sorry, Glenn. Laces, flat ones, stretchy ones, looking ones, and the twist. Do you what? And even how I'm going to read this. QQ laces, flat ones, stretchy ones, locking lace ones, and even the twist to tighten one they use on cycling shoes. Oh, which ones do I prefer? Or which ones do I? Let me know. I'm a bit confused. It doesn't take much to confuse me. You've got to remember, I'm an idiot. Thanks for the gel vid. You're welcome. Hopefully that helped. Okay, here we go. What's this one from Apple Tree? Enjoyed the fueling video. Another bit of love for the fueling video. Yeah, thanks, guys. On a related question, where do you stand on post-recovery drinks? Any good? Yeah, I always take the High Five thing, non-sugar one, when I get home. There are other products out there that you can use. I know some people have like protein stuff and things like that, but I tend to have one of those and then I try and eat as quick as I can. I don't really fancy eating after a big long run, but I try and have the recovery mix tablet thing, whatever it is. And I'm not swayed by brand on that. I'll have whatever we can get on cheap or whatever's been sent in. I know we had some Bix and we've had some other stuff in. but I will literally just drink whatever's there. I think there's not much to choose between them. And then I'll try and eat as quick as I can, something, okay-ish in terms of eating, but it's important to eat within that sort of 30-minute window. But yeah, drinks wise, that's where I go. Run recovery drinks is where I'm at. Here we go. What's this about the Vaporfly? I use the Vaporfly 3 now on a 18 and treadmill 70 miles on the road yesterday. Really enjoy wearing them in the box. Yeah, honestly, Mick, thanks for your question and point and comment, wherever it is. I really enjoyed the Vaporfly 3. As I said, I did, that 16 miler on mixed terrain. And we did whatever it was else in them, 4 mile run. They're just good. I was just shocked by the stability in it. And I was shocked, that they didn't ruin it, because I really genuinely thought they were going to ruin that shoe. Typical Nike. I'm interested to see what the Vomero's like. The Pegasus 40s, I think, is going to be a disaster and a complete waste of money. Check out the guys again at Believe in the Run on their Instagram. They had an event, St. Patrick's Day, where they did a Nike thing. But it just looks like there's a mild update to the upper and stuff. So it's just such a shame they can't do anything really good. If you look at the what they've done ASICS with, like the Nimbus 25, right? I know it's not for everyone, but look what they've done with that. Why doesn't Nike do something, something like that with the Pegasus? Or in fairness to New Balance. Now, I'm not a I wouldn't say I'm not a big fan, but I've never really got on with New Balance because fuel cells are probably too soft for me, right? I get away with it here because we got, and I'm holding it up again, people, so on the pod. I've got 2 layers, and now I've got a TPU plate in it to iron out some of the stability. But at least they're trying to do cool stuff. Look at the SC Trainer, look at the SC Elite. You know what I mean? At least they're having a go at doing some cool stuff. I mean, that Pegasus is just a disaster waiting to happen, isn't it? Here we go. Right. Already started to rant and rave. Robert, I've got, can somebody, again, Robert, I've referred back to my comment a minute ago. I am an idiot. I've got no idea what that means. Tendio, I can't even say it. Tendinopathy. Sorry, mate. I'm not, it might shock you, Robert, but I'm not a qualified doctor. I'm many things, but I'm not a qualified doctor. I'm a qualified crisp eater, or potato chips for my US cousins. Evening, Martin. What's he going on here? Right, we're back, are we, too, said Glenn. My red black endorphin processes have rope-like laces. I'll be changing. Okay, so you don't like the laces in the Socking Endorphin Pro 3. I think that's where you're going. In terms of lacing, I just don't like anything that's ridiculously long, like they've got in the Nimbus 25. It drives me up the wall. Really drives me up the wall, because all you can hear, I feel, is them bashing on the top of your foot. What have we got here? On running. It looks like the Cloud Surfer 7. Looks like the going in. Yeah, I've got to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of on running shoes. I know they've got that Elite shoe coming out, or whatever it's called, that I probably will try and get my hands on. But I'm not overly a big fan. Everyone gets excited. I know. What's that? The chap in the US. But he was saying it's like the best shoe he's running for forever. But I'm not really a massive fan of on running shoes. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Very happy to be proven wrong. I'll eat my words very easily. But yeah, not really loving it. Mark Langhorn, evening to you. Sandra doing long. What's it, Sandra? Doing a long. Oh, by the way, sorry. Evening to all our members of the channel. Keep forgetting that. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. Really do appreciate it. You could become a member of 40 Runs, a YouTube channel. Doing long runs in the Nimbus 25, but think they could be too cushioned as the calf is aching. Okay. That could be a point. Have a look at it. I don't know how much stretching you're doing. Maybe it's something else, elsewhere in your body. But yeah, be aware of it. I think that's the first thing. What's this? Probably should read these. Who would be right? Hang on. This is a good question from Hazel. You ready for this? Hi, Fordy. If you opened up a hotel called 40 Towers, which I think is a brilliant idea, and maybe we should do that, I would open it in. Probably the first one would be in New Mexico. And then I'd probably open one up in Scottsdale, Arizona. And then I'd probably open one up in Vegas. I hope that helps. Who would be your Manuel Spico? Yeah, it probably would be Spico. I do miss him when he's not around. He's probably one of the most annoying people, which I know I am. But he probably would be Spico. He's an absolute hero, especially for busting out that Tokyo Marathon in under 4 hours when he was absolutely broken. I just still don't know how he done that, to go all that way and do that. Here we go. Why don't you let so Mike? Why don't you let Toby Simon have me review some of the shoes to review? I appreciate it, Mike. I did that, and then they upset 361, and now 361 aren't talking to us, and then they upset the Cambridge Half Marathon. Who else have they upset? They've upset a lot of people. I'm joking, but they did upset 361. Yeah, I'd love to. But the thing is, with the brands, bless them, they they only said one pair through. I always do try and get, if I can, I always try and get an ask for women's pair, because I think I really want to get more of that on the channel. I really do. But whatever, they want to send it to me. But yeah, that would be helpful, really, to be honest with you. But listen, it's not a hardship, right? It's not a hardship at all. It's just, like I said to you, I just with the cutback, I just would. Some weeks it will be less, some weeks it'll be more. It's more a question over quality over quantity, and I don't want to just be making videos for the sake of making videos for the algorithm and all this sort of stuff. We do the 2 live streams. We do, we've got the shorts, we've got the shoe stuff, we've got the weekly vlogs. There's a lot of content on the channel, so that's great. And and it's growing, which is amazing. So thank you to everybody. But at the same time, you also always got to balance it out with what's going on in life, in the world in general. Obviously, I suffer. I said a million times with ADHD, so sometimes I struggle with certain things, and and I don't finish things, and and you gotta know where your limits are, and sometimes you just got to go. You know what? I'm just going to leave it for now. We've got this, and that's the way it is. So yeah, you just got to do what's best for you, really. Although, as I said, it's not a question of we're cutting back all the time. It's just it's almost like a lull, because you have to think about it. The shoe releases and things like that, they come like this. So, and I can only run so many miles a week, right? So that's great. Like this week, hopefully it'll be 55 miles. So in theory, I could actually test 2 shoes out and get 2 first impressions out, because I always try and get over 20 miles on a shoe, if possible, unless it's like a first run like I did with some of the others, and just looking at the New Balance, for example, or race. But in general, I try and get that there's 3 runs, which hopefully adds up to about 20 miles. So in theory, I could get 2 videos. But again, I don't want to rush. Why rush? What do I need? What do I need to do? Because I'm chasing subscribers, I'm chasing views. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to chase views or subscribers. That's just not me. Right, so back to point. Gavin, hi Ford. How many miles should I get out of the Alpha Fly? I've probably done around 70 to 80 in them so far. I have London coming out. Wow, that's probably about right. I think I said it in the long run show. I usually, if I've got a marathon coming up and I've gone out and got a new pair of shoes, so like my Adios Pro 3s have got about 25 miles in them. So enough to make them feel like home, but not enough to sort of wreck them, even though mine are absolutely filthy. And I better clean them for race day because they're shockingly, disgustingly dirty. So that's, wearing them in the winter. So yeah, I think 70, 80 miles is fine. Absolutely fine. And they'll be absolutely fine for the race day. Can't do it until it's finished. I think I don't know what that is. Here we go. What's this? Thanks again for all the comments and for tuning in live, guys. I really appreciate it. Michael, 20 miles in the Speed 3 last weekend. Went pretty well. My choice tonight. Great shoe. Speed 3 is a great shoe, people. Really is. It just does everything. I can't wait to see what they do with Speed 4. I think they'll probably just change the upper about a bit. But you never know. They might put, I don't know, Power Run HG in there. God knows. Let's see what happens. Penny wore Speed 3 for Twin Lakes. Debating whether to go either Pro 3. See, the thing is, the Endorphin Pro 3 and the Adidas Pro 3, I see them basically similar, right? It's like not 2 kids, but you choose, you've got a choice there. It's or let's say 2 ice cream flavors. It's personal preference. They're both very tasty. They're both very nice, and they both go down really well. But it's personal choice in terms of what flavor you have, and I think that's the thing with both the Pro 3s, and it's quite interesting that they're called Pro 3 because they're both very, very good shoes and both very, very capable of carrying you over half marathon or marathon distance or even 10K, whatever. But it comes down to that personal choice with those 2 shoes. For me, I go Adidas. I was going to say Pro 3, but for me, I go Adidas Pro 3 for race day marathon. But if I was going for a half, I might rip out a Pro 3, the Saucony Pro 3. Do you see what I mean? It is really a personal preference with those 2. It really is. Both unbelievable shoes, really are. But hard to choose, and it comes down to personal choice. Did you like my ice cream? Is it analogy? Is it analogy? I tried to say that in a video the other day. I was filming a video. Basically, I cut it and restarted the video because I kept saying, and the analogy did like that. Couldn't speak. Late to the gig. Evening, Steve. You made it. Don't worry. I think you just then. Here we go. Peak block done for me. Deload this week. Yeah. Yeah. Loving it, mate. Good boy and doing that. Loving the Nova Blast. Nova Blast is a great shoe. Really is. Gary's got a thing. The issue is one color of the Endorphin Pro 3, different laces for the rest. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. I'm liking they're dropping some other colors of the Endorphin line, but they still, I don't think, hit the mark like they did when they did that high vis colorways. I can't remember, was it version 1 or version 2? And they absolutely nailed it in terms of the colorways for those shoes. They do need to come out. I like the red and the gold, but they do need to come up with some really, really cool colorways. Right, hang on. I'm just gonna have a sip of Coca-Cola because it doesn't matter what I can eat and drink whatever I want this week. Doesn't matter. It's peak week. Lovely. Right. Probably heard that on the podcast. Sorry about it. Me consuming fluid. Who am I seeing in Valencia in December? But I don't know about that one. I'll have to come back to you on that one. Nothing's confirmed for me yet at the end of the year. We're working on a few things, so I'll come back to you on that one. Question: 3 out of my last. Oh, hang on. Let's put it up. Sorry, Mike. 3 out of my last 3 out of my last 4 5K races, I had to run, walk, and just seem to lose my motivation. I start running again, and the same thing happens. Going during get my motivation back. 5K races. You're walking in 5K races. It tells me you're going off too hard. Just have a strategy before you go. It's very tempting a 5K race to go out and smash the life out of it from the start. But you've got to pick a pace that you're comfortable, that you can hold, and it's going to burn, but you can mentally hold it. I'd get a few of them under your belt and then learn to step on it. That's what I would do. Here we go. David Long missed the evening before we missed the starters late run. Good boy. Well done. Make sure you download it. Basically, in a nutshell, check out the Believe in the Runs video on the Propel version 4. Watch all the way to the end. We've got our videos, a few less videos this week. Evo Ride Speed, Rocket X, and Olympus are being tested. Pretty much it. Oh, and the camera's working. Here we go. Actually, he's got a question. What do you do all the trainers once you've reviewed them? Charity shop. A lot of them. Charity shop. We'd like to give to the charity shop. I don't know where you are, but we've got a thing here where you put them in for the Salvation Army. Like this big green thing. Stick them in. Off you go. There we go. Thanks, Penny. Appreciate that. FORDY, can you give a bigger shout out to my partner Joe? She just completed her first 5K. Way, well done. Part of the staff satellite group. Yeah, well done, mate. That's tough. I tell you what, getting off the couch to get into 5Ks, I think is probably harder than doing a marathon. You might think, what is he for real? Honestly, if you're out of shape and you've got to try and get to 5K, that is bloody hard. So well done for you, mate. Well done, Joe. Rocking it out. Here we go. Joe, don't know how you feel the YouTube stuff. Yeah, I appreciate that. I've got an unbelievable wife who is just the best human being in the world. And yeah, so that's the other thing. We're saying about it. You've got a full-time job as well, so it's a bit of everything, and that's why I say some weeks it's going to be more, some weeks it's going to be less. I'm not full-time, obviously. So it is what it is. We keep rocking it out. Thank you, John. Congratulations, Joe. Right, where's Gaz? Thanks very much, guys, for all the comments. Keep them coming in. We've still got plenty of time, so keep your comments and questions coming. How do 40? What do you make of see what I'm struggling today? What do you make of training in super shoes? I think we've said about this before. I've got you. Look, firstly, you do whatever you want, right? Whatever you fancy, whatever's going to make you feel awesome, you do whatever you want. For me, I tend to keep certain shoes for race day. So like those Vaporfly 3s will be kept for race day. But here's the thing with the Vaporfly 3s. there's some colorways coming out, so I don't know what to do with people with there's some new colorways coming. I really don't know what to do about the Vaporfly 3. Whether I should send them back to Nike because I bought them myself and wait for the other colorways or carry on with the pro. I just don't know what to do. Um, so yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Is that bad because I'm going to send it back even though I've done 20 miles in them? I don't know. Let me know. Uh, be interested to know your opinion whether whether that's a bad thing or not. But there's some amazing colorways apparently coming, so I don't know what to do now because I was boxing them up and saving them for London Landmarks half marathon. But the other colorways could be dropping soon, so I really don't know what to do. So let me know. Tell me what you think I should do, or should I just keep the proto version because I know that I've done 20 miles in them and they feel good. So anyway, so sorry, gone off. I got some Adios Pro 3s for my up and coming marathons, but decided, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, listen, these shoes are like 200 quid or whatever. You've got to get some use out of them. You've got to run in the things. They're there to be running, right? And that's what they're there for. You've got to run in them. So if yeah, use your race day shoe. If you can't afford a separate race day shoe, which I don't think many people can, then use it for those long runs at goal pace or maybe the speedier stuff. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. You again do whatever you want to do. Right? That's the thing. Oh, that Coke. I should never have had that Coke while I was on live. Here we go, Robert. Kafuzi liked Forever, but said more competition with Glide Ride 3 and Shift 3. Interesting. He's compared it to them. Interesting. Okay. I prefer it over the Shift 3, the Saucony Shift 3. Glide Ride 3, I wouldn't necessarily. Now, I never want to disagree with the boss, but I wouldn't necessarily see it along those lines. I can see why. Obviously, he said that. 100% why he said that. But for me, I wouldn't necessarily go long like I do in the Glide Ride 3 in the Puma Forever Run. I'd rather run in the Glide Ride 3. Does that make any sense? And then use like the Puma for like the recovery stuff. That's where I see it differently. But again, he's the king. So if the king says it, that's what we're doing. Fast forward. When's the review? Carl. So the fast forward is on hold because the 5K that I was going to do in them, the race, got cancelled. And I am very reluctant to go out and smash the life out of a 5K when I'm in peak mileage these 2 weeks. I don't want to injure myself or pull anything or do something stupid because I am stupid like that. So the fast forward review might have to wait until after the marathon, which I know is not ideal for anybody, but that might change. I don't know. I may switch it up. The alternative is that I go out in them and I do a quick park run or something like that and see what they're like. But really, I think to get the best review out of there, for me, for those, I need to step on it, and I'm not sure I really want to step on it that hard when I'm 5 weeks out. Do you see what I mean? Let me know, Carl, see if you agree, disagree. I'm not having much luck with shoe sizing. Okay. Do you always go half a size up? It all depends on the brand, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think can be frustrating. I get frustrated, funnily enough, with New Balance and some other brands out there. So I do switch around in my shoe sizes, and even though I may think it's going to be a 10 UK 10, it's actually a 10 and a half, or I'm thinking it actually is going to be a 9 because I know they run long. It ends up being a 9.5. So it can be a little bit frustrating, but there's worse things to worry about, isn't it? Evening, Ben. He's finally catching us live. Well done. Some more love for Joe. Here we go. Thanks again for all the comments and chats. I have Invincible 2 for long shifts, standing, walking, and running. Is Nimbus 25? Yeah, I would go Nimbus 25. It's just unbelievable. It really is an unbelievable shit. The only thing is it's bloody expensive. It really is a lot of money, the A6 Nimbus 25. But I think it is worth the money to a degree. Yeah, I think that's the fair thing to say. It's an unbelievably comfy shoe. It really is. Yeah, but it was the coming back to my other point. So the Saucony Dolphin version 2 had the Larry colours, the really bright fluoro ones. I think they looked awesome. What's this? Surrey kit has come through. Looks awesome. Yeah, good stuff, Robert. Are you doing landmarks? I am doing landmarks. I'm not going for a time, Sandra. I'm filming the event. and I'm not going for a time because I've got London, and I probably would have done. I think I'm probably going to do either 6 or 10 miles a day before, so I'm definitely not in race mode. I'm most likely probably going to do something like, I don't know, first half at goal or something like that, and then see what happens. You get up to Tower Hill and then you just want to turn and burn, but I'm probably going to run a conservative race, to be honest with you. I don't. Again, I don't really want to be pushing too hard at the moment. I've got 2 weeks of peak mileage, and then we're going to go into sort of a taper period. So I don't. I want to try and get it right. I don't want to be overcooked or undercooked for London. With since we sacked off Manchester. Hello again from Brussels. I have Pegasus 39 of Vapor 2. What's there to add to the rotation? Oh, Christ, how much money you got? We can add millions of shoes to your rotation. You got a daily and you got a race shoe. I put something in there, some form of tempo shoe. You know, the Propel version 4 sitting next to me. A Razor 4 from Skechers. God, there's so many shoes. You could put a Saucony Dolphin Speed 3 in there. I would put something that can do a little bit of faster work in there. Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 2 is a great shoe, a lot of fun, but it's 170 quid, so a lot of money. Or maybe go the other way and put a really nice recovery shoe in there, Nimbus 25. Just saying, you know, or maybe something you can go super long in, maybe like the Super Blast. But you know, you're talking big money. Yeah, it's all big money. It's all money, money, money. Here we go, Mark. Take advantage of the night greet. Yeah, exactly. So this is, you know, this is what I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what happens because I said I want to race them in race them. I've just said I'm not racing at the London Landmarks. You know what I mean? I wear them to the race at the London Landmarks half. So I'm undecided because as I said I've done 20 miles in them. You know, I know they're fit. I know they're nice. I know they're comfy. I know they're stable. So here we go. What's this? You lot are bad influence, Mick. Get the Vaporflies in a different colour and wear a different colour on each foot. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, hardcore. I like it. I like it. What I could do, Mick, I could get a new colourway and then match my outfit. And I could get some sore running socks because I'm an elite. There we go. How about that? Here we go. Evening, Alex. I train in the Boston 11s and bought some Adios 6 for £19. Is that right? £19. What were they giving them away? Do you recommend these as a daily training pairs, or do you recommend any Adidas? I really struggle with Adidas. I've got to be honest with you. I think I've done numerous videos. Even the Light Boost is not that comfortable because of the lack of foam under the forefoot. It really is a tricky little thing to run in. But yeah, I mean, Adidas just need a really good daily training. Let's see what happens this year with Adidas. They're a little bit frustrating. Long run, fast forward. Here we go. What's this? Run fast forward. Do the marathon. Do the marathon in the fast forward. Yes, we could do that. I'll probably get broken. Yes, that works. Oh, okay. Any tips on getting blood out of the shoe uppers? Oh, blimey, that doesn't sound good. I've got no tips on that. Sorry, I've got no value there. Right, hang on. Alex is back. Right, let's give you. Should we go 7 minutes? I'll give you a little bit extra tonight. I'm feeling in a good mood. Should we go 7 minutes tonight? So we'll finish at around 45 minutes. How does that sound? Does that sound good? So get your questions in. Last chat, people. Get them in. Why don't Adidas get as much? I think I don't know whether they. Yeah, obviously Nike get all the everybody saying Vaporfly, Alphafly, all this sort of stuff. But I think the Adios Pro 3 has won a lot or placed a lot with the elites and stuff. I've certainly given them a lot of love and a lot of credit. I think the Adios Pro 3 is one of the best shoes out there at the moment for race day. It really is. It's just phenomenal. And I think I've said that in a lot of the videos I've done. It really is an unbelievable shoe. And don't forget the Primex Strung as well. That's a good shoe. Oh, it's illegal for like race day for elites, but for us mere mortals, it's good. I love Aaron. I love outrageous colorways. Yeah, brilliant. More Leary the better. Right, here we go. Here we go. I would choose Run Shield models of Saucony. Better out summer repellent. But they're softer though. The Run Shields of the Saucony line, the Run Shield ones, are a little bit softer, I found, especially, and don't get me wrong, because I really, really enjoyed the Triumph over the winter, the Run Shield version. It was just that little bit soft. It was a real joy to run in, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, it's they're a little bit softer, so you've got to watch your stability on them. What's the what's the beef with Saw? It's not beef with Saw. I mock them really. Just, well, yeah, I just find that their website. You go on their website and everyone looks the same, all skinny and that lot. They don't really. I say make products that fit, let's say, normal people. Now that's probably very unfair. But that's it's not beef. It's just more tongue in cheek than anything else. I just can't see me squeezing into a dad bod into their what is it, their £300 vest or shorts or whatever it is. I do think their stuff is outrageously overpriced, but it's apparently very good quality and people really get the best out of it in terms of performance. So, again, it's all tongue in cheek. I think Sebastian, you have to realise on this channel, I would say 90% of the time we are actually just mucking about. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Taper weeks for me now, Chris. How's my training going? Yeah, well, let's see after these next two. We've got 2 peak weeks coming up. See what happens. Here we go. That's a good question. I tell you why, because I want to try the Cumulus 25 when it comes out. I don't know if it's out yet, but I'm hoping to get a pair of them, the Cumulus 25, because they've done a bit of a nimbus to them. Yeah, so that's the one I want to try. Believe it or not, sketches. All right, here we go. Last couple, and then we're going to call it a night. Have you tried the ASICS Noosa Try? Yeah. I've got the 13s and 14s. I absolutely love the 14. I had them in the summer. I did a video on them. I'm sure I did. Spent a lot of time in that shoe, especially when I was on holiday. I really, really loved this shoe. Gaz, love the Triumph Run Shield. Yeah, it's a great, great shoe. Really, really is. Where was it? Did he actually? Yeah, that's wait, Alex. He actually paid £19. That's unbelievable. £19 for a pair of Adidas Adios 6 running shoes. That's mad, isn't it? There's this one sliding in at the end. Nemo G. Well done, Nemo, for joining us. Greetings to you. Right, let's wrap it up there, shall we, people? Unless you've got anything that's you have to say to everybody else before we leave it. So, the long run show is live on Friday. We are filming the Q&A with Colin Jackson tomorrow, the Olympian. So we're going to, he hasn't got a clue what's going to hit him. We're going to ask him some proper questions like, do you fry your bacon naked and things like that. And then, yeah, so long run show on Friday. And then, as I said to you, watch out this week. We've got a bit of a cutback week in terms of some of the videos. I still think there's loads coming out, but watch out for them. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, FORDY_runs. Check out all the stuff on there. Again, don't forget to go over to Believe in the Run and watch their video on the Propel version 4. My first impressions are out as well, but watch theirs as well. And I think that's it in terms of admin and stuff like that. Thanks to everybody who tuned in live. If you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much. I hope you're having a good run. But that's it for me. I will be back next week at 7 o'clock as usual. We'll be talking more complete and utter nonsense. I shall see you all then. I'm now going to go and find the outro, so I'll catch you guys later.